In Lecture 1, we introduced operations management. Today, we take the next step. We're going to answer a deeper question. Why does operations matter strategically? And the answer comes down to three powerful ideas: competitiveness, strategy, and productivity. I'm your professor, Dr. Eddie Witzel. The competitive bar is not stable. It's rising. Customers expect better quality. They expect faster delivery. They expect lower cost. They expect customization. And here's the challenge. They expect all of it at the same time. The standard is no longer set by average competitors. It is set by the best performer in the market. If one company can deliver in one day, customers begin expecting one day from everyone. If one company offers seamless service, that becomes the benchmark. We are operating in an environment of elevated expectations. So the question becomes, how does a company constantly compete in that kind of environment? That brings us to competitiveness. Competitiveness is how effectively an organization meets the wants and needs of customers relative to competitors. Notice the key phrase, relative to competitors. Competitiveness is not about being good. It's about being better. A useful way to think about competitiveness is a simple ratio. Competitiveness equals perceived value divided by cost. If customers perceive value at an acceptable cost, you win. What do customers really want? Quality, low price, reliability, speed, status, convenience. Customers rarely say, "I want operations excellence," but everything they want is delivered through operations. So let's talk about how businesses actually compete. Businesses compete through operations more than most people realize. Operations influences product design, which affects cost and quality. It determines location decisions, which can affect convenience and response time. It shapes inventory systems, supply chain reliability, and flexibility. Marketing makes promises. Operations keeps them. Without strong operational systems, strategy collapses. Many organizations fail not because of bad ideas, but because of poor alignment. They neglect operation strategy. They focus excessively on short-term financial performance. They underinvest in people and capital. They fail to communicate internally, or they lose sight of customer needs. Operational weakness is usually strategic weakness. Strategy is layered. At the top is the mission, why the organization exists. From that flow goals, then organizational strategies, then functional strategies, including operations, then tactics, and finally daily operations. Each level must align with the one above it. A mission answers one fundamental question: what business are we in? Not what product do we sell, but what problem do we solve? A strong mission clarifies direction. A weak mission creates confusion. FedEx defines itself around logistics reliability. What business is Starbucks really in? Experience, not coffee. Goals are destinations. Strategy is the roadmap. Organizations develop overall strategies and functional strategies. Each functional area develops strategies to support the organizational strategies. Organization's strategy must support the broader competitive priority, whether that priority is cost, quality, speed, or flexibility. Core competencies are unique capabilities that provide competitive advantage. Examples: Apple, design ecosystem; Walmart, logistics dominance; 3M, innovation systems; Strategy that ignores core competency usually fails. What is Amazon's core competencies? Logistics and data systems. Order qualifiers are minimum standards. Order winners are what cause customers to choose you. For example, airlines. The destination may be the qualifier. I want to fly to a specific destination. It's only airlines that fly to that destination that qualify. Then price or schedule will determine the winner. If I need a cord for my computer today, the companies that compete are those that can sell it to me today. For me, it's Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Staples. In some cities, Amazon would qualify, but for me, it's too far away. Once I've looked at the qualifying companies, the winner is based on cost and quality decisions. In a company, if you misunderstand your order winner, you invest in the wrong area. Strategy must consider internal and external factors. Internal, things like HR, technology, finance. External, the economy, competition, legal, markets. A SWOT analysis helps. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Operational strategy is the approach used to guide the operations function. It determines how systems are designed, how resources are allocated, and how competitive priorities are supported. These are long-term commitments. Operations strategy is expressed through decisions. Product design affects cost and quality. Capacity affects flexibility. Process design affects efficiency. Supply chain decisions often affect reliability and cost. These decisions collectively shape competitive performance. A quality-based strategy emphasizes quality throughout the system. Quality reduces rework and waste. It improves reputation. In many cases, quality actually lowers long-term cost. Productivity measures the effective use of resources. It is calculated as output divided by input. Higher productivity means greater competitive strength. Productivity affects profitability, competitiveness, and economic strength. Higher productivity allows firms to compete on price and quality simultaneously. At a national level, productivity supports higher living standards. Efficiency versus productivity. With efficiency, you're optimizing the existing system. Productivity, you're improving the system. A time-based strategy focuses on reducing time across the system. When time reduces, costs often decrease. Quality improves, customer satisfaction increases, speed is a competitive weapon. Cost reduction strategy. If your strategy is cost reduction, if you don't pair it with something else, you can destroy operations. You can destroy your entire company just trying to reduce cost. Quality, productivity, time strategy can reduce costs. You want to optimize your process to cut costs rather than just randomly cutting costs. It must be balanced. The Balanced Scorecard translates strategy into measurable performance. It ensures that financial performance, customer satisfaction, internal processes, and organizational learning are aligned. What gets measured gets managed. Agile operations emphasize flexibility in an environment of change. Agility blends cost control, quality, flexibility, and reliability. In certain markets, agility becomes essential. You cannot predict which will be the most important. The focus is to be ready to change operations strategy rapidly. Today we connected competitiveness, strategy, and productivity. Operations is not just about managing processes, it's about building systems that consistently outperform competitors. And that's how an organizations win. If you found this video helpful, consider liking and subscribing, and check out my other videos on operations management. Let me know in the comments what strategy is most interesting to you. What strategies are you using in your organization?